Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Armageddon. Today we're going to be featuring a Brawl deck with Tiamat as our commander, as the final video in our series of Brawl videos featuring commanders from Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. Tiamat is expensive and difficult to cast, since she costs 7 mana and requires 1 mana of every color to cast. She is worth it, however, because she has an immediate impact upon entering. You search your library for up to 5 dragons not named Tiamat that have different names, and put them into your hand. And of course, in Brawl, all of your other dragons will have different names. So, while Tiamat is not quite as powerful as Atraxa Grand Unifier, she has a similar effect. The strategy of this deck is to accelerate our mana so we can cast Tiamat as soon as possible, which also helps us cast all of the dragons she finds, and any other dragons we happen to draw in the meantime. We also have card advantage and interaction, mostly in the form of dragons, which Tiamat can search up as needed. Let's start with our mana acceleration. As always, Chrome Mox can help us get off to a quick start, while Orb of Dragonkind effectively adds 1 mana to cast dragon spells. Sarkhan, Dragon Ascendant, creates a treasure if we behold a dragon when he enters, and if a dragon enters under our control while Sarkhan is in play, he turns into a flying dragon until end of turn and picks up a +1/+1 counter. We gain 2 life if we tapped Skilled Nurturer for mana in order to cast a dragon spell, while Lapis Orb of Dragonkind, Carnelian Orb of Dragonkind, and Jade Orb of Dragonkind all add 1 mana of any color, and each has an additional effect when we spend that mana on a dragon spell. Sarkhan Fireblood lets us rummage, but most of the time we will use his plus ability to add 2 mana in any combination of colors to cast dragon spells, while Sarkhan Soul Aflame discounts our dragon spells and, until end of turn, can turn into a copy of a dragon that enters under our control. In addition to ramping us, Dragon's Horde picks up gold counters when we cast dragon spells, and we can remove gold counters from it to draw cards. While as long as Dragonstorm Globe is in play, all of our dragons enter with an additional +1/+1 counter on them. Pearl Lake Warden has an Omen, Nesting Instinct, that lets us seek a land card and put it into the battlefield. Note that that land can potentially come into play untapped. While Sarkhan, Wanderer to Shiv, gives our dragons in hand a perpetual discount and can also conjure Shivan dragons into our hand. When Dragonweave Tapestry enters, we conjure all of the cards in its spellbook into our library twice, and while it is in play, we draw a card whenever we cast a dragon or an omen spell, while Sarkhan Unbroken can add a mana of any color and draw a card, or create a flying 4/4 dragon token to protect himself. Next we have our interaction. When Invasion of Tarkir enters, it deals at least 2 damage, or more the more dragons we reveal from our hand, and if we can attack it and remove all of its defense counters, it transforms into Defiant Thundermaw, and while the Thundermaw is in play, each attacking dragon we control deals 2 damage to any target. Scavenger Regent has an Omen, Exude Toxin, that acts as a board wipe for all non-dragon creatures, while Binding the Old Gods is a saga that destroys any non-land permanent on the first chapter and ramps us on the second chapter. Buried in the Garden exiles a non-land permanent as long as it is in play, and also ramps us, while Glorybringer is a hasty threat that can be exerted to deal 4 damage to a non-dragon creature. Meanwhile, Disruptive Stormbrood has an Omen, Petty Revenge, that destroys a smaller creature, and when the Stormbrood enters, it destroys an artifact or enchantment. When Dragonback Assault enters, it deals 3 damage to each creature and planeswalker, which doesn't work with all of our Sarkhan planeswalkers, but the assault is so powerful that it is worth this downside, because while the assault is in play, it makes flying 4/4 dragon tokens with landfall. Stonehide Ancient has an Omen, Warning Tremor, that deals 2 damage to any target and discounts our next dragon spell, and when the Stonehide Ancient enters, it bounces all non-dragon creatures, while Irene, the Song Unending, deals damage to any number of creatures and planeswalkers when it enters, equal to the number of lands we control. Irani is also difficult to interact with, as they have protection from both black and white. Finally, the new Summon Bahamut from Final Fantasy is a saga creature that destroys a non-land permanent on the first 2 chapters, draw 2 cards on the 3rd chapter, and can possibly deal a lot of damage to the opponent on the final chapter. Next are our value spells, mostly in the form of card advantage engines. While Corlessa Scale Singer is in play, we can look at the top card of our library at any time and cast dragons off the top of our deck, while Immrith Desert Doom draws us a card when she hits the opponent, or more if we have fewer than 3 cards in hand. When Dragonlord Ojutai or Zurgo and Ojutai hit the opponent, they let us pick a card from out of the top 3 cards in our library and put it in our hand, and they both have additional abilities as well. Call the Spirit Dragon doesn't provide card advantage, but it makes all our dragons indestructible and puts +1/+1 counters on our dragons end of turn. It can also act as an alternate win condition. While Dragon Typhoon is in play, whenever we cast a dragon or non-creature spell, we draft a dragon from the Typhoon spellbook and put it directly onto the battlefield. The Typhoon can also be channeled to create a 4/4 flying dragon token if we just really need a creature. When Irani of the Unwritten enters or attacks, we put a dragon from the top 8 cards of our library directly onto the battlefield, while Ancient Silver Dragon draws cards equal to the result of a d20 roll when it hits the opponent, and if it does, gives us no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. Our final category consists of all our other dragons, and some of them could fit into the other categories as well, but have additional versatility. While Darigaz's Whelp is in play, whenever we draw a dragon card, that dragon gets perpetual buff, and the Whelp can be kicked to seek a dragon card, and also perpetually buff itself and the dragon that was sought. When Atsushi the Blazing Sky dies, we can choose between exiling the top 2 cards of our library, which we can play until the end of our next turn, or making 3 treasures. We will usually choose to make the treasures, because we don't want to risk not being able to play both cards that we exile. While Leyline Tyrant is in play, we don't lose unspent red mana, and when it dies, we can spend any amount of red mana to deal that much damage to any target, while Thunderbreak Regent deals 3 damage to the opponent whenever they target one of our dragons with a spell or ability. Varric's Bladewing can be kicked to create a legendary 4/4 flying dragon token named Karok's Bladewing, while Nicol Bolas the Ravager makes the opponent discard a card when he enters, and can be transformed into a planeswalker with several powerful abilities. We're not playing any cards from the Edge of Eternity's main set, but we do have the new Cosmic Sovereign from Alchemy Edge of Eternities, which at the beginning of combat creates tokens of random creatures with mana value equal to the Sovereign's power. The Sovereign also has Fire Breathing to make its triggered ability more powerful. When Demanding Dragon enters, it deals 5 damage to the opponent unless they sacrifice a creature, while Goldspan Dragon has haste and makes a treasure token whenever it attacks or is the target of a spell cast by either player. In addition, while Goldspan Dragon is in play, our treasures add 2 mana. While Terror of the Peaks is in play, whenever another creature enters under our control, the Terror deals damage equal to that creature's power to any target, while Twin Flame Tyrant makes all our sources deal double damage as long as it is in play. While Wrathful Red Dragon is in play, whenever one of our dragons is dealt damage, that dragon deals that much damage to any non-dragon target, while Scourge of Valkis deals damage to any target equal to the number of dragons we control when it or any subsequent dragon enters. Whenever we cast a dragon spell while Lozan Dragon's Legacy is in play, Lozan deals damage to that spell's mana value to any target that isn't a commander, while Thrakkus the Butcher doubles the power of all our dragons when he attacks, including himself. When Ancient Copper Dragon hits the opponent, we create a number of treasures equal to the result of a d20 roll, while Inferno of the Star Mounts can't be countered and has haste. Lathlis Dragon Queen creates a 5/5 flying dragon token whenever another non-token dragon enters under our control, and has an activated ability to pump the team, while Dragon Lord Dromoka can't be countered, and makes it so that the opponent can't cast spells on our turn as long as Dromoka is in play. While Mirim Sentinel Worm is in play, we make a token copy of every other non-token dragon that enters under our control, and we even keep token copies of legendary dragons made in this way, while Ancient Gold Dragon makes a number of 1/1 flying fairy dragons equal to the result of a d20 roll when it hits the opponent. When Ancient Brass Dragon hits the opponent, we reanimate any number of creatures from either player's graveyard with a combined mana value equal to the result of a d20 roll, while Terror of Mount Velas has Double Strike and gives all our other creatures Double Strike until end of turn when it enters. When Ancient Bronze Dragon hits the opponent, we put a number of +1/+1 counters equal to the result of a d20 roll on up to 2 creatures, while we make a number of treasures equal to the total damage our creatures deal to the opponent as long as Old Gnawbone is in play. When Bladewing the Risen enters, we return a dragon from our graveyard to the battlefield. Bladewing also has an activated ability to pump the team, while Earthquake Dragon can be cast at a discount equal to the total mana value of other dragons we control, and can be returned from the graveyard to our hand if we sacrifice a land. As most of our spells are red, green, or blue, all of our dual lands and tri-lands add at least one of those colors. We also have one of each basic land except for plains. We have all the fetch lands that can search up non-basic lands that have a basic land type, as well as Temple of the Dragon Queen as a versatile land which we can choose to add mana of any one of the 5 colors. Because we are playing so many multicolor spells and our commander has a restrictive casting cost, we don't have room for utility lands. We are, however, playing Cavern of Souls to make our dragons uncounterable. So that's our Tiamat deck. Now it's time to take it into the queue and play some games. On the draw, if I had Ramp, this hand would be keepable. I think we take our free mulligan, look for Ramp. Now I only have 2 lands. I do have Binding as removal and Ramp. Thunderbreak Regent as a reasonably early play. I think we'll try this. Archon. So I'd have to name red with Temple of the Dragon Queen to cast Sarkhan. Blood Crypt is a great draw. Alright, don't mind Assassin's Trophy, because that ramps me some more. Then I've got blue, green. I've got all 5 colors. Let's get another red source. And then, sure, I'll reveal... I guess I can reveal Dragon Lord Ojutai. Reminap Excavator is pretty good with the Gitrog monster. And then this needs to name white or blue if I want to cast Ojutai. Alright. A little surprised by that, but I'll take it. On we go. on the play. Only 2 lands and no ramp, so this is a mulligan. Alright, Dragonweave Tapestry is a bit on the expensive end, but I've got 3 lands. Scavenger Regent could be good. Miriam Sentinel Worm. And then I need double black for Scavenger Regent. Opponent has Evolving Wilds. I think I'll fetch Triland. Let's get Xander's Lounge. Alright, land 4 is good. And now I might fetch a Surveil land. There's Guidelight. I guess I keep forgetting that fetching triggers enables max speed. Alright, let's get Proving Ground. Corlessa. Good to have an early play. And then I'll learn my lesson and fetch now. Drawing Rogren Triumph wouldn't be the worst, but I think I like fetching. And then I need White Source. Let's get Rogren Triumph. Dragon Horde on top. That's going to be a problem. Although, fortunately, we've got flying dragons. So we can fly over the constructs. The problem is that they're going to get pretty big. Dragon Lord Ojutai. I'd shuffle Dragon Lord Ojutai if I cast Dragonweave Tapestry. Let's name blue. I think I will. That's the most mana efficient. No attacks. We're drawing Sarkhan Wanderer to Shiv. We'll take 6. Not drawing a land is unfortunate here. And we're missing land still. No blocks. Well, scavenger region's not going to do it, and we still don't draw land. Missing our land drops definitely hurt. We probably could have used some early interaction. Like if I'd had finding for the simulacrum synthesizer, we might have been able to stay in it. Good game. Better luck next time. On we go. On the draw, only 2 lands, no ramp, so this is a mulligan. Alright, 3 lands. Dragonback Assault won't deal with Chulane, but if opponent's playing a bunch of rank creatures, it could be good. And then I've got Carnelian Orb of Dragonkind, which is nice because it gives haste to dragons. So it would be particularly good with something like Copper Dragon or one of my other ancient dragons. So I think this is keepable. And then I think we fetch blue, green, white. As far as headquarters, Bladewinged Risen. Alright, Strike Force. There goes his Whelp. I think I like kicking the Whelp. Let's play Sarkhan here. And then... Alright, Crystalline Giant. Gets Trample. Strike Force hits us for 2. Alright, Overgrown Tomb. So I can kick the Whelp if I play Overgrown Tomb. I think I like ramping more with the Orb. this way we can ramp out Ancient Copper Dragon. Crystalline Giant has Hexproof. It still dies to Dragonback Assault. Vendo is active. Opponent plays Tulane. Into Dowerport Mage. And then, let's see here. I've got black-green. I need another black source for Bladewing, although I've got Orb. Now, if opponent chumps with Strike Force, then I won't be able to play anything else. Oh wait, Sarkhan becomes a copy. I forgot that. Alright, so we're going to make a bunch of treasure. It's a good thing we hit with both. Oh, okay, there we go. Polar opposite rolls. And that's enough for opponent. Alright, I'll take it. On we go. On the draw, we've got plenty of ramp with Scaled Nurturer, the Ominum Pearl Lake Borden, Binding the Old Gods, which is also interaction, so I think this is keepable. Binding could be useful in this matchup to destroy a key equipment. The opponent leads with Freya Crescent, Dragonback Assault, currently kills Scaled Nurturer Lozon. Cloud is a 4/4. Opponent hits us with Freya, so they're not ramping out equipment. So let's get green, blue, green, black. Alright, Jade Orb, that's nice. gold span dragon, eh? We'll fetch red source. Play gold span dragon. Alright, Rosa. And then I think I'll get Ketria Triumph. Terror of the Peaks. Let's get Terror down. Terror can hold off attacks. Thousand Moon Smithy. The Dragonback Assault not looking too useful here. Alright, the barracks. Pretty far from flipping, so I think I can afford to wait to destroy it with... I think I destroy it with binding. Let's get gold span dragon down. Although Lozan basically doubles how much damage. We'll take out Rosa here. Play tap land, hit with Terror of the Peaks. The opponent can play Cloud here. And does. Opponent doesn't attack. We can play Tiamat here. Although I think I like getting Gold Span Dragon down. And I'll tap Scale Nurturer to gain 2 life. Alright, opponent takes out Lozan. And that's enough for opponent. Alright. On we go. Page 4 akin to all. Free lands, no ramp until I get Sarkon down. I think we'll look for a slightly faster hand. Alright, this is better. Still have free lands, and I've got Dragon's Horde and Sarkon Soul Aflame. We even have Invasion of Tarkir for interaction. Opponent doesn't have a turn 2 play. Let's fetch red, blue, white. And then we don't have a target for invasion, so we'll hold off. We'll play tap land. Opponent plays Growing Rites of Itlamok. Finds Elenda, Saint of Dusk. So with the 2 dragons I have in hand, Invasion of Tarkir answers Elenda. We'll name Dragon. And then Dragon's Horde lets us cast Sarkon and Invasion of Tarkir next turn. Opponent has tap land. Alright, Thunderbreak Regent. That would be the most efficient play, would be Thunderbreak Regent, fetch tap land with Polluted Delta or Windswept Heath. I do kind of want to get Sarkon down. Opponent has Caretaker's Talent. Into Journey to Nowhere for Sarkon. Alright, and then let's get a green source, red source. I need black. So let's get Proving Ground here. Alright. I think it's Dragon Lord, Ojutai. I'll play Breeding Pool tapped. Boseiju reaches skyward. Opponent missing black mana so far. Leyline Tyrant. I can cast Irani of the Unwritten. Or Tiamat. Let's get Stomping Ground here. It's Zergo and Ojutai and Ancient Bronze Dragon. Let's get land. And Scourge of Valakos. And do I return a dragon to my hand? Sure. Let's just be sure. Save. Alright, Cathar's Crusade. Alright, so let's see here. I've got 12, 16 exactly. Probably should have got Miriam, but I like ensuring that I've got lethal for opponents. Alright. On we go. On the draw. 3 lands. Binding is interaction ramp, invasion for interaction. I think we can try this. Opponent plays Valentin. Into Signet. Alright, so then I think we play Invasion. And then I don't need to reveal any dragons. Alright. So we'll have to kill that with binding. Usually, a 6/6 has a drawback. The tapping a creature, sacrificing a creature to tap it is not really much of a drawback, I must say. Paramount Felis. Now I'll have to try and actually cast Tiamat one of these games, because I have yet to cast her. Let's fetch Petria Triumph. And then I think I want to fetch main phase, because if I cast a dragon, I scry with Lapis Orb. I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could have up to 6 mana. So I could play Stonehide Ancient. I'll have to fetch Shockland here. And then I don't think I want Dragonweave or Sarkon. I think I'd rather draw land or interaction. Looks like opponent's got removal. Alright. Can I kick Barracks here? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can, and I think I want to kick Barracks. I think I want the extra creature, rather than just play one creature and have it get removed. And then I like Dragon Typhoon. I should have played Fetch Land first, actually. But that's enough for opponent. Alright. On we go. On the draw. This could be too slow against Tifa, but I think we'll try it. Draw land 4, that's great. And then I think I'll fetch opponent ramps with Arcane Signet so they don't run out Tifa here. plays Wayfarer's Bauble. Alright, so that buys us a bit of time. Let's get Ziator's Proving Ground. Commanding Dragon could be useful. And having Basic Mountain is nice because I can enchant it with Buried in the Garden. Alright, so I think it's a good sign that opponent is playing out their lands, fetching with Wayfarer's Bauble now. Armored Scrap Gorger is fine. Lionheart is fine. We'll take 2 from Tifa. Sarkhan, Wanderer to Shiv. We'll name Dragon, not that it matters against Mono Green. Can't cast Binding until I play Buried in the Garden. So I think we play Buried in the Garden, exile Tifa. And we'll target Mountain. And now I can play 5-drop, which I think will be Glorybringer if opponent replays Tifa. I'm hoping to get to cast Tiamat, because I actually haven't cast her yet. Alright, Elder Gargaroth. So we'll have to use Binding on that. Didn't draw land, that's unfortunate. Llanowar Elves into Tifa. Really want to draw land. I think I've drawn 1 land so far. Let's get Ketria Triome here. Since blue, green, and red are the colors I need the most. And then we'll Glorybringer, exert Glorybringer. And I think we get rid of Scrap Gorger here. Alright, this is going to hurt. Opponent's got removal for my Glorybringer. We fall to 10. There's a land. Opponent takes 5. And I've got 7 mana. Admittedly, casting Tiamat doesn't really do very much because my hand's already full. I've got a bunch of dragons already. Alright, Ozolith, that's a problem. Opponent doesn't attack. Scavenger Regent. I can play Scavenger Regent for X equals 5. Alright. Hopefully the opponent doesn't concede here, and I will play Tiamat, if only to say that I've played her. Not sure what I'm going to get with her. Opponent timing out. Oh no! Alright. Well, let's take a look at the deck. Alright, so that was our Tiamat deck. We never actually cast Tiamat. After all, she is a 7 mana commander with a restrictive mana cost. You need all 5 colors. But we had lots of powerful dragons that helped us to win games, even if we didn't cast our commander. She would have been good if we had cast her. So I'll just have to stream her sometime and something, and then you can hopefully see her in action then. Alright, so that'll do it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks very much for watching. Do please like and subscribe. If you'd like to see another Brawl video, let me know in the comments. Maybe ask for a commander from Edge of Eternities. And thanks again. Have a good one. Bye.